When the ANC, they are busy expelling their members, the EFF, they are busy recruiting all the lost members from different political parties. What will be the future of the ANC comes to 2024 general elections? Is it important, or is it the right time for the ANC to get engaged themselves in its self-conflict among the ANC members? Is it important for the ANC to start expelling some of the high-profile ANC members who've been there for so many years at this moment with all these things going on in the country? These are some of the questions that we'll discuss in this video. We saw all yesterday how Fikile Mbalula, as the Secretary General of the ANC, came on media to announce how Magashule has been expelled from the ANC when he said this.
Let me deal with the Magashule matter once and for all. The disciplinary hearing set 23rd May 2023 on a virtual platform. Charges against disciplinary hearing on charged member Elias Magashule. The charges: 1, the charged member was charged with 2 counts of misconduct for contravening Rule 25 of the ANC Constitution. Count 1, the ANC alleged that the charged member contravened Rule 12.17.12 of the ANC Constitution, in that on or about 3rd May 2021, the charged member wrote a letter to the President of the ANC in which he unilaterally suspended the President, purporting to have the necessary authority to do so, and doing so without consulting and obtaining the necessary authority to do so from the officials, the NWC and the NEC, as required in terms of Rule 25.6, read together with Rule 25.70 of the ANC Constitution, thereby undermining the respect for or impeding functions of any structure or committee of the ANC. Count 2, the ANC alleged that the charged member contravened Rule 25.17.3, read with Rule 25.17.12, and together with Rule 12.1 in general, and specifically with Rule 12.2.20 of the ANC Constitution, in that he failed, refused, or neglected to comply with a directive of the NEC, duly taken at its meeting on 8 to 10 May 2021, that he apologized to the President, ANC structures and members within 48 hours after such directive was brought to his attention. A letter containing such directive was given to him personally at 15 hours on the 12th of May 2021. He said failure, refusal, or neglect to apologize constitutes misconduct. The finding: the charged member is found guilty on count 1 and 2 as charged. The charged member is afforded 7 calendar days from the date of being informed or becoming aware of this finding to make written submissions to the NDC through the office of the NDC Administrator, Comrade Rahmat Lamera, whose email address is there, to show cause why the ANC recommendation that the charged member be expelled from the organization should not be imposed as an appropriate sanction. This finding will be delivered to the residential address of the charged member at the address set out in paragraph 49 by member authorized by ANC or the Deputy Sheriff of Bloemfontein West. The Secretary General's office is directed to publicly announce this finding. Reasons for the decision appear in the attached finding, which will be circulated. Members in attendance: Ralph Mkijima, chairperson, and all the members of the disciplinary committee. Apology was also received from one member.
S. Magashule is being expelled from the ANC. As we're talking right now, S. Magashule is no more member of the ANC. And it's been given 7 days for him to write a letter to this disciplinary committee so that they will decide whether they can get him back or not.
South Africans, comrades all over the country, I've seen this letter circulating in my name. This is rubbish, fake propaganda by desperate people. The struggle continues. I'll respond at the right time. Just know that the struggle is continuing. Long live Amandla.
Now the question is, will S. Magashule have to do this? Because if he was someone who wanted to communicate or to cooperate with this disciplinary committee, he would have done so long time ago when he was asked for him to apologize to the president of the ANC back then. But since then, he never done so. So what proof showing that he's going to do this? Guys, we're talking about S. Magashule, and S. Magashule is not just like any ANC members, but we're talking about one of the high-profile member in the ANC. And losing someone as a S. Magashule, I believe that it's going to have a very big impact in the ANC. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about, and I'm going to demonstrate this in this video so that you get to understand why we have to come up with this topic. We are talking about a man who was acknowledged by the late Mama Winnie Mandela when she said this.
Every time I meet Ace, one of my proud moments is when I am with him. He is from my home, my banishment home. And one of my first products, I know him as a little boy with a rucksack on his back, grey trousers, white shirt. And from the moment I saw him, I knew the potential this youngster had. And I have known him during the most difficult part of the history of this family. And the Free State continued to be our political home at a time when South Africa was a prison for every black person. And it was interesting when they celebrated the 40th anniversary of the 1976 uprising. And everybody forgot that I was the first victim of 1976. And the reason why I was banished to Brantford was because of our participation in the uprising and the fact that I funded 1976. I was working with CSE and all those youngsters of the time. But it was one of my most fruitful years in Brantford when you came as a young boy. In fact, I recruited in the Free State members of Umkhonto were like I've never done in my life. It was the best part of my life politically, and I'm very proud of you, Ace, that you are here, and I'm very proud of the fact that I know because of you and all the others, of course, who have dedicated their lives politically to our struggle, that we're going to overcome all the problems we have.
So you can see for yourself that we are talking about someone who's a leader in one of the popular provinces among South Africa. And the Free States are people who believe in this man. They have placed their trust in him, and he have that influence whereby he can get to say something and these people don't get to listen to him. Now, with all this testimony, besides Winnie Mandela, we had people, even Nelson Mandela, during their times. It's just that we could not be able to provide you with all the videos about this man. He had played a very big role during the time of apartheid as he was also growing up. He contributed to what the ANC they are today. Listening to what the ANC they have said about this man, I wonder what will happen, because...
Now, I just want your quick reaction to the ANC finding you guilty of misconduct, wanting to expel you, that's the recommendation, and giving you a week to try and make representations.
Well, Sidi, I think I will respond. Give me that space to respond. But I just want to tell you, I am very well, strong, jumping like a tennis ball, floating like a butterfly, running like a cheetah, and I'm ready. So I will respond.
You're not worried that they recommended he should be expelled?
I will respond to it.
The fact that you say you're ready, does that suggest that you understand that there's a battle that still lies ahead and you're ready for that fight?
As they said, I must respond in 7 days. I also hear it from the media, so I will respond.
They didn't tell you?
I haven't received anything.
You heard it today from us journalists.
Of today. I just get it from the media.
In one of our video last year, when Magashule was going inside the courts, we had spoke about this, and we tried to show you some of the things that make this case of Magashule to keep on pending each and every time he goes to court. Of course, it's being accused of corruptions and everything, which we all familiar that in the ANC there is quite a lot of corruptions. But some people, they seem to be untouchable, and some, they're the one who have to be paying the price of in behalf of other people. And we had said it to you before that the case that Magashule was going on, it was a case which had to come with inside conflict inside the ANC I'm referring to. And that's the reason why you get to see that the ANC, the current ANC, obviously, they distance themselves from all this case as they are doing with the case of former President Jacob Zuma, because obviously they have some conflicts within themselves. And I always say that as long they have not sit down and have to talk about all this, trust me, we're going to experience this kind of expel from the ANC from different members, because it will be a weapon which a certain group or categories of ANC members who want to eliminate other ANC members. So that is how things are going to be. And we had said it about, we spoke about this last year, and now it is happening. That's why I feel like I have to come back again and try to remind to all my audience who've been watching me that we spoke about this. At first, when we talk about it, no one believed us until when we get to this. I had told you before that wait and see, you will see that Magashule will be expelled from the ANC. And in this video again, in a few minutes, I'm going to tell you what Magashule had took already as his next move. Since he believed that he's on the right side of the history, since he believed that what is going on in the ANC is not something that will make him or convince him to go and apologize to what he had said or took as a decision back in days, and to all these suspensions that he's been receiving from the ANC, since he also believed that he's a leader, he have people that he can get to influence, and these people will support him. Well, it's going to be very challenging, because people of Free State and other people who believe in the Magashule, I don't know what they'll take as the decisions as time goes by, because this man has been showing it so far. And the proof to that, we get to see how the ANC, they drop in their numbers when it comes to vote in the province of Free State, because of this conflict, whereby you get some people who are pro-ANC and those who are anti-ANC, and they take these opportunities to go and show how unhappy they are when it comes to vote. And one of the proof yesterday, the president of EFF, Julius Malema, was in Free State, and he went there just to celebrate something. For the first time since 1994, the ANC, they get to lose one of the municipality over there, and the EFF, they took it over. So yesterday, Julius Malema went there to celebrate with his fighters or his people. As they were celebrating, he passed the message he spoke about his Magashule. Have listened for yourself what the president of EFF had said.
You are a proof that the ANC is not Alpha and Omega, that the ANC is corrupt, and it is the corruption of the ANC that has collapsed the Tabeng, that has collapsed all municipalities. Mona Thabo Mofutshanyane. So today, re batla ho botsa the whole of South Africa, hore Difatentsentsho is the new Soweto. That is where the revolution has started. That is where the whole of South Africa will know that it is possible to take out the ANC. Free State ke lehae la EFF. ANC ishwile, hausana ANC mo Freestata mona. Ishwile le Magashule. Magashule ba motebetsi ko ANC today. Ntwe ya bona e ishwile. Hausana ntwe ba ka etsang. Bonkgono ha ba tla ko lona ba re mokgatlo wa Mandela le ba botso re tloela Mandela a ithobalele ka khotso. Hausana Mandela wa nkwekima wa tshwana le Ramaphosa. Ha ba bolele ka Ramaphosa president ya bona ba tloele Mandela. Hauna ANC ya Mandela ya utswa di pension tsa bakgakolo. Hauna ANC ya Mandela ya utswa tšhelete ya bana. Hauna ANC ya o fa batho matlu ka matlo hore ona re mofa ona re mofi. Ha iyo ANC ya Mandela eo le ba botse ya batla ko matlung hore ANC e tshentšitše khala. ANC color entwa ke the red flag of the EFF. That is the ANC we know. Mo Free State mo ke corruption ya bona ye yentseng hore ANC e lose power mo. O tlile mo premier mo Free State ba re ke thukwana ka di election anamela di taxi mo a iketsa o ka re o humble. Anamela taxi ya re batho ba Ward 17 ba votele ANC, batho ba Tentsentsho ba re o mang ntate, ba ra premier ba re o mang ntate. Ne le moitsi mara le batla o mmotsa fela hore ha re itse o ja o nosi. Today o batla re o kgetha o kena ka mara taxi o iketsa motho because you want our votes. Hey, le baruti le o phela le batho wa mona thukwana o re ko motsuwang ha tsamaya mo ke a le moputso o fedile ka ena. You taught them a good lesson ba ka se lebaleng. Ba buile kaofela le today the whole of South Africa is a bua ka Ward 17 di Tlhabeng di Fatentsentsho is well recorded in the history of South Africa hore batho ba di Fatentsentsho ba raloke. Wa tsiba Ramaphosa, wa tsiba Thukwane, ba tsiba kaofela mashodi hore ha batla o tsiba batho ba nnete ba sa rapeletse mboroko ka o robala ba re o ye ko Ward 17 ba tla o ruta o phela le batho. Banka 350 ba re thank you is not enough le raloka ka batho. So next year we are going to double the efforts.
So guys, this was not just a simple speech. Instead, it was a message that Julius Malema have to send out there to whole South African, especially to people of a Free State. And this is a very particular invitation that the president of EFF is sending to former ANC member S. Magashule. Try to understand me when I say former ANC member, because the man is no more the ANC members. So he's free to do whatever you want to do. He's free to join any political party that he feel like joining. He's free to even open his own political parties. So that's the reason why I said ex-ANC members. So now, EFF leader, he passed this message. Obviously, this is the same message that he did pass when he had a chance to communicate or to talk to President Jacob Zuma through a question which was asked to him on an interview when he said this.
President Zuma, we said he must not continue to be a president. And as a result, we won that cause. What more do you want from him? Do you want to wish him dead? Or what else do you seek from President Zuma? So it can't be that when you fight with people, you must fight them to the grave, chase them to the sea. It cannot be correct. When we have a political disagreement, and during that political disagreement, it will become heated and a lot of many other things will be said. Does it mean because we have once exchanged such heated exchange between those you disagreed with at that time, when they come to join, you should not agree for them to join the EFF because you once disagreed with them? It cannot be correct. There are no such politics where you are stagnant. You can't move from what you actually disagreed with an opinion. In 10 years, in 15 years, you had a disagreement of opinion with someone. And then for that, you must define the future. It's incorrect. So if President Zuma comes and joins the EFF, he will be more than welcome. I think very soon I'll be going to see him. I must give him a form to join. The same way I'll give to President Mbeki, the same way I'll give to President Mklanti. They are good citizens of our country. And I think President Zuma has paid his dues. I mean, I said yesterday, the highest form of punishment you can give to a sitting president is by making sure they don't end their term of office. Have you done that to Zuma? Yes. It's a permanent punishment. They will never finish talking about it. President Mbeki still speaks about it today. That's how painful that thing is. So having applied the highest form of punishment, do you still want to go and kick them even when they are down? That is not Africanism. That is not Ubuntu. I'm not going to be asked by Europeans who don't know how we engage on issues as Africans to behave the same way they behave. I don't behave like that. When a person is down, you don't continue to kick them.
Finally,
that is an act of cowardice. And
this is another way he get to invite S. Magashule, saying that, no, look, come on the right side, come to the EFF. Because every time ANC neglect its members, every time ANC not trying to their best to keep their members and try to choose a certain category of people, individuals that they want to deal with, it discourages other people. And if you see, most of people who are in the EFF, there are people who were yesterday in the ANC. There are people who used to believe in the ANC and today they have crossed the bridge to another side. Will S. Magashule have to join EFF, yes or no? Well, guys, I'm going to give you my point of view. This is my point of view. This is my analysis. So you are free to take it or leave it. Me, I look the time, I look the history, I look what is trending, I look the interview, I look what is being said out there. Then I put them together in order for me to give up my analysis. And come to think of it, as I said earlier on, that this is not the first time we're talking about S. Magashule. We spoke about him last year when all these things started inside the court. We had given our point of view. We had even tried to predict or prophesize, if we were called prophet by then. I believe everyone by now, they'll have been believing in our message. So we get to giving you our point of view. Will S. Magashule have to join EFF, yes or no? Well, there are two possible ways that S. Magashule can join EFF. Because if it is about S. Magashule going back to the ANC, that one, I don't see it coming. And I'll tell you why. I don't see it coming. Especially with this ANC of at the moment, I don't think that S. Magashule will go back to the ANC any moment soon. Because in order for S. Magashule to go back to the ANC, there is supposed to be some effort or some willingness of trying to listen to other side of the story or try to cooperate with the person and not a dictatorship, because that's what S. Magashule described all this. And as I told you, we are at the point whereby we have two camps inside the ANC. We have pro-Zuma and pro-President Ramaphosa. And these people, I'm referring to pro-Ramaphosa, they are trying everything to be not reversed by pro-Zumas. And pro-Zumas, they kind of like have a revenge spirit idea in order for them to take that revenge, because they believe people who are working with the President Ramaphosa today, they are the same people who used to work with the President Zuma back in days. And these are the same people who had convinced President Jacob Zuma to leave the office so that they'll find a proper way to honor him or to protect him. But when Jacob Zuma started facing problems inside the court, these are the same people who turned their backs against him. And this left pro-Zuma people to feel like, okay, look, it looked like we listen to these people, we follow their ideas. Now that we are in trouble, they have turned their backs on us. And they are now working themselves. They do whatever they want to do among themselves. So, this is something that we're never going to make S. Magashule to go back or to go and write that letter. Because if we have to write that letter to the ANC, guys, trust me, there won't be any word of apology. Because, and that's what this disciplinary committee of the ANC, they want to hear from him. They want to hear him saying that, no, I apologize, please forgive me, this and that. And even if he do so, there is no any guarantee showing that S. Magashule, is, after they interrogate him, is going to go back to the same position that he used to be yesterday. So already you get to see that if he have to go back to the ANC, he's not going to be in the same position as the one that he used to be yesterday. He's not going to have the same privilege as the one he used to have yesterday. So you have to go and start from somewhere. And that is not something like a politician, especially a leader, would want to do. Not a leader in this world, when it comes in the world of politics, that will accept that kind of humiliation. Because for them, they consider that as a humiliation. As long as they have some wings to fly, and the wings here we're referring to people who support them. As long as someone as Magashule have a free state, whereby he knows that if I decide this, these people, they will listen to me and they will support me. How many times do you think you will go and write that letter to the ANC? So when it comes to that part of him going back to the ANC, let us just forget about it or pretend and wait and see what's going to do. But here's what the second option that these men have. We said the first one, it will be him joining the EFF under some guarantees, which the EFF, they can guarantee him. But I don't see that coming as well. The possible way is for him to open a political party, which him won't even be the leader. Guess who's going to be the leader? According to my research and my understanding of things, there will be a new political party which will take or wipe almost all the ANC members. And that will be the one of either former President Jacob Zuma or either former President Thabo Mbeki. Remember, there's this saying that there is no smoke without a fire. And I believe when I'm telling you this, I believe most of you are looking at me like, listen to this one, what is it trying to say? This is the same way we spoke about S. Magashule being expelled from the ANC last year. We spoke about this. What happened yesterday? We spoke about it. Yes, in our video we spoke about it. I believe back then, most of you did not even see it coming. Most of you did not even believe. Today we're telling you again that there is another new political party that is coming. And this new political party, it will be composed of former ANC members, people who leave ANC to go and have their own group and build up one political party, which will come and challenge the ANC even more worse than EFF. And we already see, because of the conflict that is going on in the ANC, because of having every leaders now, they want to show how strong they are. You know, those who are in power, they don't want to give up. Those who are trying to isolate themselves from the ANC, they don't want to give up. That is how this new political party will end up coming. Why did I mention Jacob Zuma and former President Thabo Mbeki? I'm gonna go step by step just to explain to you a little bit. For an example, in the case of former President Thabo Mbeki. Thabo Mbeki is one of those former presidents in the ANC who've been very radical and harsh when it comes to the President Ramaphosa. His relationship with President Ramaphosa, personally, I don't know at what level it is, but listening to what these two people are saying about each other, or how they get to treat each other in the media, trust me, you must be a deaf to not have an idea, to hear what is the message all about. Former President Thabo Mbeki, some people will accuse him and say that no, this man, he still have that anger for the fact that he never finished his mandate. He was kicked out of from the office as the President of the Republic of South Africa back in days. So now that he get to see some people who are not even doing much better than him, they're still there, ruling the party and running the country. For him, he feel like, no, why you guys, you have to do this only to me and not to this one? Me, I was much better than him when it comes to this 1, 2, 3, 4 things. How come him is still here and me, I was kicked out? Some people say that it makes sense. It is normal for him to feel that way. But this is the man who sound also being very disappointed in the ANC, because he remained one of the ANC members who get the courage to come out publicly and speak about what's wrong or what's not going good in the ANC. He's not trying to pretend to be hypocrite, to give you smiles, to laugh with you, and at the same time at the back they're busy criticizing you. No. What Thabo Mbeki has been doing is to come in the media, answer the question to of the media. And there's this question which was asked to him about the upcoming general election next year in 2024. The question was, who will him support? Will him support the ANC to this general election or not? Have listened to what Thabo Mbeki said.
Campaigned for the governing party, and you said you came back up because they're finally being honest about what's going on. 2024, we're going into 2024. What happens with you now? Do you still go back to the streets and campaign for your political party? Do you still feel it's being honest with South Africans about what's going on?
It's a legitimate question. But when I'm able to answer it today, I'm not sure. It's a legitimate question because indeed, there are many things that are going wrong which are not being attended to. I can't go to the ordinary people of our country and vote for these people who are doing wrong things. You can't say that. So I'm saying my answer is still outstanding.
So when I'm listening to him saying this, according to me, I get to understand that this man is not even going to campaign for the ANC. Because, listen to his words, he feel like there is not even a reason for me to go out there and try to campaign about something that we failed to do before. He don't even have that courage to go back to the same people which he had asked for their vote back then, to go back to there again and ask for another vote. And this is a man who's giving up already. It's just a matter of time. Things will change around. That is Thabo Mbeki's message. And I believe there are many ANC members who have reached to this point. When you see the video that we play you, the one of Julius Malema in the EFF, in Free State yesterday. Guys, you saw Julius Malema is busy greeting elders. Tell me, where were all these elders all this time? Who were they voting all this time? Isn't it these are ANC members when you look at them very well? These are ANC members. They've been voting ANC for years and years. Why are them now finding themselves in the EFF meetings or gathering? Obviously because these people, they are in one step ahead, or some of them, they already even be out of the ANC already. Remember, EFF was born yesterday. And seeing these people there already, which means they have given up. These are ANC members. These are ANC voters. But they are giving up. So, it's not only Thabo Mbeki who have this kind of speech. Instead, there is many ANC members who have reached to this level. What about the former president Jacob Zuma? Because after talking about Thabo Mbeki, we should also consider what is going on between Jacob Zuma and President Ramaphosa. And do you think these people, they are going to live like that without doing anything about it? Because it is very important we get to consider all this. Former President Jacob Zuma is one of people who have been also complaining about the new leadership of the ANC. And in his case, it is more understandable because remember, he did not also finish his mandate in the office as the President of a Republic. And he was given a certain guarantee that everything's are going to be fine. He was given a certain hope that everything will be okay. But until when you find himself inside the court, that is when everything went wrong. He felt like he's being abandoned by people supposed to be supporting him. Proof to that, every time this man appear inside the court, when we look outside the court, there is no any ANC member who come and support him. And if you have to see many people who support him, perhaps are people who are more loyal to him. And that is something that can also discourage someone to have something good to say about his own political party. So, guys, to make story short, with all this being said, you get to see that there is more options or more opportunities that's raising up in the ANC among these individuals that I mentioned that would love to see themselves becoming leaders of a certain new political party in the country. And there are these people, they're having groups, they talk among themselves. If, for an example, like President Ramaphosa or maybe Fikile Mbalula or any other members, they don't have any, they don't have good relationship with a certain individual that I just mentioned, or the one that are being expelled from the ANC, that does not stop these people from not talking to other ANC members. So these people, they get to talk, they communicate, and there are some people that will be like, no, me, I'm not okay with what they did to you. I don't like the way they are treating you. Some people, they give them those kind of support, but they do it in the silence way. And it just made of time for one of them to have the courage to stand and open a new political party. These people, they are going to join them. And it's going to be a serious problem for the ANC. But guys, as I asked at the beginning of this video, if it was a good idea for the ANC to be spelling it all potential members that can help the ANC to win the election in 2024. Was it that necessary for the ANC to do so? No. Do you know why? Because at the moment, the ruling party, they are facing a lot of challenges. The ruling party, they are having serious problems that they need to solve in the country. In order for them to win the upcoming election next year, they need to improve from the mistake of all allegations that is being put against them. And this is when we get to see a political party get to be united more than ever This is when a political party is supposed to be one thing, speak one same language, and not this drama that we get to see in the ANC. Because the more these things are happening, the lower percentage that the ANC will have to experience in the upcoming election. Imagine, as Magashule is from Free State, you guys have expelled him. Right now, everyone who believes in that man, I don't think they'll go and vote for the ANC. Already, ANC, they have failed quite a lot of things in that province. All the promises that they were made to provide certain service delivery in these provinces, it did not work so far. And that is the reason why they're now getting punched by voters who have to give some of the municipalities out there to other political parties such as the EFF. Now, going to expel Hes Magashule from all the ANC activities, this will also discourage everyone who were voting for the ANC over there. That already is a big defeat. And we still don't know how many people who are on the list of the ANC disciplinary committee will have to face the same disciplinary. So, it was not a good idea. The ANC, they're supposed to be united. They're supposed to be one thing in order for them to face what is up to come, because the next year election, well, I'm not the one who's saying it, but even the President of the Republic, who's also the current President of the ANC, spoke about it, that it's going to be very challenging for the ANC to win this election. Now, is that what the ANC want? Do the ANC want to lose power after all these years? Well, I believe that's not something that they want. And if they don't want that, they should have started doing things in the right way before it's too late for them. Because each and every member they lost from the ANC is being recruited somewhere there. And one of the political parties that is now busy recruiting all these people is the EFF. You've been seeing it through the social medias. Some of them, they even get to tweet about it. I'm not the one, I'm not making up stories. So if the ANC, they don't want to cry tomorrow for losing power, then they should start considering all this. Each and every individual who's the ANC member is very important. If the ANC consider that, the better for them. If they don't consider that, then they will be in a very big trouble. Thank you so much for watching this video. It was very important that we get to share this message with you. We really do appreciate your time. Please don't leave this video without giving up your thumbs up. We really do appreciate. Subscribe to the channel. It is very important to help our audience to grow in numbers. If you want to become our members, please just follow the link. We really do appreciate. I'll see you again very soon. But for now, continue to be yourself. Be good, be kind. Have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. Ciao, ciao.